So today we are going to solve some problems from exercise 3.5. This is a fourth problem. Form the pair of linear equation in the following problems and find their solutions by any algebraic method. A part of monthly hostel charges is fixed and the remaining depends on the number of days one has taken food in the mess. When a student A takes food for 20 days, she has to pay rupees 1000 as a hostel charges, whereas a student B who takes food for 26 days pays rupees 1180 as a hostel charges. Find the fixed charges and the cost of food per day. We already done the same kind of problem in the exercise 3.4, I think so. Let's try to solve this. So here what is asked to find, then that will be the x and y, the assumption. So here they asked find the fixed charges and the cost of food per day. So we are going to take the fixed charges as x and the cost of food per day as a y. Usually the hostel charge we usually give for the rent and the food mess fees, right? The both together one used to pay who stayed in the hostel. So rent and the mess fee. So rent is fixed, that is fixed charge for monthly, and the mess fees is everyday charge. So according to that, look at the first situation. A student A takes food for 20 days. She has to pay rupees 1000 as hostel charge. So in this case, see the fixed charge, the room rent, which is fixed charge for hostel, and for 20 days food. So 20 days into the y, what we assume for y, cost of food per day. Cost of food per day for 20 days into each day food cost. So x plus 20y equals the totally the student A paid 1000 rupees both hostel fees and 20 days food fees. So this is our first equation. So look at the second scenario. A student B who takes food for 26 days pays rupees 1180 as hostel charges. So here the student B pays the room rent, which is x, which is fixed charge, plus she takes 26 days into y, the food per day, equals totally she paid 1180. This is what our second equation. So just change the sign. If you subtract these two, x minus x, I am using the elimination method, which is very easy. So it will become 0. So I am going to subtract the first equation, the second equation from the first equation. So I am going to change the sign, plus minus, so plus minus, everything become minus. Let's subtract this. While subtracting, the first term will cut and 20y minus 26y will give us 6y equal 180, which is y equals 30. Let's substitute y in equation 1, which gives me x plus 20 into 30 equals 1000. So x plus 600, 6000 equals 1000. So x equals, this is 600 only. So 1000 minus 600, which is 400. So the fixed charge which we assumed is x, so it is 400, and cost of food per day, which is y, equals 30. So let me move on to the second question. A fraction becomes 1 by 3 when 1 is subtracted from the numerator, and it becomes 1 by 4 when 8 is added to its denominator. Find the fraction. So what we have to find the fractions. So let the fraction be x by y. This is what we are going to find, x by y. So from this given statement, a fraction becomes 1 by 3 when 1 is subtracted from the numerator. So take these fractions. If 1 is subtracted from the numerator, the denominator is as it is. So this is the first equation. Second equation, take the same fractions, which is x by y. The second statement, when 8 is added to its denominator, no change in the numerator, so x by y plus 8. When 8 is added to its denominator, the fraction will become, this is 1 by 3. Okay, so this is 1 by 3 and this is equals 1 by 4. So let me read the question again. A fraction becomes 1 by 3 when 1 is subtracted from the numerator. Okay, and it becomes 1 by 4 when 8 is added to its denominator, this one. So this is what our second equation. Let's reduce it. So the first equation will become, I do the cross multiplications, which is 3 into x minus 1 equals y. So 3x minus 3 equals y. This is our first equation. No, still not ready. Let me write 3x. I bring the y to this side. So minus y and minus 3 to the other side. Okay. From the second equations, I do the cross multiplication again. So which is 4x equals y plus 8. So 4x minus y equal 8. So this is what our new two linear equations. So I am going to use the elimination method to solve these two equations. So look at the second term, which is similar, but if you add these two, we will get minus 2y. So instead I am going to subtract. So we are going to change the sign, which is minus, here plus, here minus, then this term will cut. So here minus x equals minus 5, x equals plus 5. Let's substitute the 5 in any one equation. Let's substitute in these equations. 3x minus y equals 3, which is 3 into 5 for x. Y equals 3. 15 minus y equals 3. Minus y equals 3 minus 15, which is 12. So the fraction is x by y. So x is, we found out 5 and y is 12. This is what our fraction. So this is the third question. Yash scored 40 marks in a test, getting 3 marks for each right answer and losing 1 mark for each wrong answer. Had 4 marks been awarded for each correct answer and 2 marks been deducted for each incorrect answer, then Yash would have scored 50 marks. How many questions were there in the test? So here we have two scenarios. If she scored 40 marks, so and if she scored 50 marks, what will be the linear equations for these two scenarios? We are going to write two linear equations for these two scenarios. So before that, what they asked to find, how many questions were there in the test? Actually, if we are able to find how many wrong questions and how many correct questions she done, we able to find, if we able to find these two, then if we add these wrong and right correct questions together, we will get the total questions or in the test. So here what we are going to do is, we are going to find how many wrong questions and how many correct questions, then we are going to add these two. to find the total questions in the test. So let me write, let us assume right answer be x and wrong answer be y. So according to the questions, Yash scored 40 marks in the test, getting 3 marks for each right answer. So 3 marks for each right answer, which is right answer, into 3 into x, which is right answer, plus 1 mark for each wrong answer. So which is 1 into y. The total marks she got is 40. This is our first equation. So look at the second scenario. Had 4 marks been awarded for each correct answer, which means 4 into x plus 2 marks been deducted for each incorrect answer. Actually here mark is reducing, right? So we are going to subtract from the total marks. So here we have 4x minus 2y equal 50 marks. So I am going to use the elimination method. Let's multiply first equation into 2. Then we will get this term eliminated, right? So every time we need to multiply by 2, this one. So 2 3s are 6, 6x minus 2y equals 80. So the second equation I am going to write as it is, 2y equals 50. This is first equation, this is second equation. Let me change the sign and let's cut this term, and 2x equals 30, x equals 15. So the right answer is 15. Let's find out the wrong answer. Substitute in any one equation. Let's substitute in the second equation. So which is 4 into 15 minus 2y equals 50. So after substitution, I got 5 for y, which is wrong answer. So wrong answer is 5, correct answer is 15. If you add these two, we will get how many questions are there in the test. So this is what our question is. So total question in the test is 20.